Oh geez, this stick, get that out of there. 2024 Yamaha MT09, we have the Kelpi stainless steel exhaust on here. We took out the quiet core baffle, we took out the standard baffle, so this is no silencing, and here's what it sounds like, and we're gonna go on a ride today. Oof, let's go, baby. The pops and backfires are at the same RPMs as they were before the baffles, so nothing's changed there, and they're just louder, which is great. I've also put an additional microphone in the backpack here, hopefully getting us some more addictive sounds on the MT09. I don't think I'm going back to the baffle. Holy cow. That's not full throttle, just to let you know. That's about half throttle, but I want to hear what this thing sounds like throughout the rev range, get a better appreciation of it without crapping my pants on the MT09, because when you go full throttle on this thing, you got to be present. Otherwise, the front tire will start coming off, as I found out for the first time last week. The pops between the shifts as well. It definitely sounds a lot better. It already sounded good, but now I feel like it's really sounding what it should be sounding like, with the volume and the overall sound quality here. This is where it should be. There we go. That's the CP3, baby. That's the power of that triple. 117 horsepower apparently from the factory or thereabouts. And I'm still waiting to get the tune on it from V-Cycle Nut. He's getting this exact same exhaust that I'm aware of from Kelpi. And he's going to be coming out with a flash, and that's what this bike needs last. Maybe a little windscreen action too. But even just you know, cruising here in 6th gear, I was worried that it might be too loud without the baffle. It's not droney or annoying whatsoever. So that's the thing, this Kelpi pipe, it's not like a straight pipe exhaust. It has, it has a little insert for the O2 sensor. So it's got, at least for America, it's probably pretty street legal here for most places with the CO2 or the O2 sensor in there. Goodness gracious. There's our first Rolls Royce of the day. Cheers. I don't know if it's just a placebo effect, but honestly the shifts feel smoother here. And I've heard that with the MT09, the bike just gets smoother and smoother and the break-in period over time. Now, I have not done the recommended break-in period for this motorcycle. I have ridden it, once I got comfortable with it, after the first couple 100 miles, took it out of rain mode, I've ridden it like a bat out of hell. I just can't imagine sitting on here for 600 plus miles, not cracking it above 6,000 RPM. This bike is meant to be ridden, in my opinion, straight out of the showroom. We got a tractor on the road up there holding up traffic. The tractor is going faster than my lane. What's happening? There we go. Numbers on paper for the MT09 was one of the big reasons I got it. The triple cylinder, I wasn't sure if I was going to fall in love with the sound. I love the sound of V-twins, 270 crank parallel twins. I love the sound of screaming inline fours. But from what I was hearing on the internet of the triple, I couldn't figure out if I liked it or not. Well, to be honest, at first I was not that into it. Now, you know, the louder it gets, the more I'm into it. And so this bike really just needs to be uncorked with an aftermarket exhaust to let the CP3, you know, sing freely. And I know it's like that for most motorcycles. I know twins, triples, even singles. Look at my Grom. It's so much better with the Yoshi pipe on it. But it's absolutely true for the triple. It's such a strange sound, in my opinion. I mean, in America, we hear inline fours and big V-twins on a daily basis. Triple cylinders are still a strange song, rarely heard on the streets. And I wanted to try something new, something more exotic. And this triple definitely is hitting that, you know, that unique piece for me. Never going back to a baffle on this bike. The Yoshi on my Grom, I felt like needed it, but maybe I'll take it out there too. If you guys want to see me take the restrictor out of the pipe on my Grom with the Yoshi pipe, let me know. Yeah, baby, that's what it's about. Another thing with this Kelpi exhaust is that when it's idling, regardless of what baffle or no baffle you have in it, it is still loud at idle. So, in my opinion, you might as well just go no baffle. It's not like it's going to get quieter in your garage or when you're riding around at a stoplight. It seems to be loud at idle no matter what. It's just as you open it up, it gets a lot louder without the baffle in it. Like the quiet core is probably the same loudness as the standard exhaust. It just sounds better. The standard baffle is probably about twice as loud as the standard exhaust, and it sounds better. And this sounds even better than that, with it giving it, I don't know, maybe about 50% more volume than the standard baffle. So this is the way to go. I also feel a little bit safer here. I feel like people can hear me better. And I can hear the bike better because I have earplugs in, so that mutes what I'm getting in from the bike, as well as wind noise and helmet noise. That's the big reason. I want to be able to hear my bike despite having earplugs in, and it is not hurting my ears or anything. It's not obnoxiously loud. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know if you like that green Sportback. You know, I thought it was hideous, but I'm sure you guys will have an opinion on that green Mercedes Sportback. Should we give it a little rev skis one last time? And actually, here's the thing. Here's one last thing I gotta say, is that I feel like I can enjoy the motorcycle more without having to wring it out. I don't have to give it nearly as much throttle to hear the engine, to hear it be happy. And in fact, it's kind of nice going slower now because I can hear the crescendo of the exhaust a little bit slower, and each note at every single RPM is just more enjoyable. So it's kind of nice to not go full throttle and blast through the revs. Let me know what other topics you'd like me to cover here on the MT09. I'm getting close to finishing the build on it, in my opinion. There's not just, I mean, a windscreen, like I said, a tune. There's not a whole lot else I'm gonna do to the bike. I feel like it's pretty damn good out the factory. Just needs a couple things to really become its own. And I can't wait to see your guys' thoughts on this glorious uncorked exhaust now. Have a great day in peace. Stay safe out there.